In the heart of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets readers encounter one of the series' most beloved yet tragic figures, nearly headless Nick, the ghost of Gryffindor House. While his jovial personality and attempts to befriend Harry, Ron, and Hermione are well documented, there's an aspect of Nick's past that remains a mystery. It's a part of his story that was once poised to be shared, but was ultimately cut from the final version of the book. However, this lost chapter was not lost forever, and thanks to J.K. Rowling's decision to release it later on Pottermore, fans were given a rare glimpse into the ghost's forgotten history. The Untold episode revolves around the story of Nicholas de Mimsy Porpington, a nobleman from the 15th century who would later become nearly headless Nick. Nicholas was a man of high standing and even higher aspirations, but his destiny took a sharp turn the day he met Lady Grieve. She was a woman of grace and beauty, yet plagued by insecurity about her appearance, specifically her teeth, which were crooked and uneven. Nicholas, ever the gentleman, took it upon himself to remedy this flaw with the magic of his time. However, in a moment of overconfidence, Nicholas made a grave error. Rather than straightening the lady's teeth, he accidentally transformed them into grotesque tusks. It's a comical mistake, one that shows just how easily things can go awry in the wizarding world. Yet, what followed was far from funny. Lady Grieve, appalled by her transformed appearance, sought immediate justice, and Nicholas found himself sentenced to death. In the unpublished scene, we are given a glimpse into the emotional turmoil Nicholas experienced as he faced his fate. He was not only a man of high moral fiber, but also a deeply remorseful one. The botched magical attempt to improve Lady Grieve's smile haunted him as he awaited his execution. This moment, this unfinished business, kept him tethered to the world of the living long after his death. The poem that nearly headless Nick wrote to express his sorrow and regret gives voice to this tragedy. It's a poignant piece that delves into the ghost's sorrowful and somewhat comical journey to the afterlife. The ballad was eventually made public by J.K. Rowling, shedding light on the unfinished story that had once been confined to the dusty corners of her early drafts. In the poem, Nick recounts how one small mistake, one piffling error, led him to face the chopping block. His remorse is clear in his recounting of his final moments. Alas for the eve, when I met Lady Grieve, strolling the park in the dusk. She was of the belief I could straighten her teeth. Next moment she'd sprouted a tusk. This verse vividly captures the absurdity of the situation, an unintentional magical mishap that would ultimately seal his fate. The poem continues with a description of the botched execution itself. The axeman, clearly incompetent, struggles to sever Nick's head. It takes 45 swings before the deed is done, and even then, Nick's head refuses to leave him entirely. The axeman he hacked and he whacked and he thwacked won't be too long, he assured me. But quick it was not, and the bone-headed clot took 45 goes till he floored me. The resulting image is both tragic and absurd, a powerful metaphor for Nick's lingering attachment to his unfinished life. What makes this episode so powerful is not just the dark humor embedded in the poem, but the deeper sadness that underpins Nick's fate. He doesn't simply fail to die, he's left unfinished, his life cruelly interrupted by his own magical misstep. The story speaks to the pain of unresolved matters, the feeling of being trapped between two worlds, unable to move on. When we meet nearly headless Nick in the books, we understand that his connection to the living world is fraught with regret. He's forever bound by the unfinished business of his life, unable to move on because of the brutal and incomplete nature of his death. The unpublished scene from the Chamber of Secrets illuminates why Nick clings so fiercely to his life. The mistake he made in life, the tragedy of his execution, and the unfinished nature of his existence all play a significant role in his ghostly attachment to Hogwarts. The impact of this lost chapter is not just in its connection to Nick's personal story, but also in how it reflects broader themes of the Harry Potter series. The ghosts of Hogwarts are not simply wisps of the past. They are complex beings, full of history and emotion. Nearly Headless Nick, in particular, stands as a symbol of those who cannot move on, those who remain trapped by their regrets or unfinished business. While this episode was ultimately left out of the final published version of Asterisk, the Chamber of Secrets Asterisk, its revelation provides deeper insight into Nearly Headless Nick's character. His story, though comical at times, is ultimately one of sorrow and longing for closure. For fans of the series, this lost chapter is a reminder that every character, no matter how small their role, carries with them a rich and often tragic history waiting to be discovered.